I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to my kitchen down on the farm. Listen, happy 4th of July, everyone. Happy 4th of July to all my fellow U.S. citizens. What an amazing day to celebrate our amazing country. So listen, little known fact to me that I found out this week, that July 1st was Canada Day. So to all my Canadian friends, happy belated Canada Day. But today we're celebrating the 4th of July, our independence here in the United States of America. So what better way to celebrate our independence than to celebrate it with some ice cream? As you can see, I have my friendly ice cream maker in the sink. Y'all, I have made ice cream more this year than I have probably any year. It's not something we do a lot of. The first ice cream I made this year was peach. The second ice cream I made was coffee, and it was amazing. And so it seems like they just get better and better. So I'm expecting this one to be even better. But there is a difference. There's no eggs for those of you who are a little squeamish of using the eggs in your ice cream. This one has no eggs. Also, this one has no heavy cream. So I've really been liking the heavy cream ice cream. So this one's going to be a trial. My sweet friend Rhonda has sent it to me. She knows how much I love the flavor maple. And this one is a maple flavored ice cream. It's maple nut goodies. And we're going to talk a little bit about maple nut goodies in a little bit. Do any of you remember that candy? I have a sweet memory of that candy, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. But first, let me get the things we're going to need to get started. I've washed up my ice cream freezer. I wash it after I use it, and then I wash it before, only because, you know, the salt leaves kind of a film on it, so I always wash that off. Plus, I want to get out any dust that may have collected during storing, but we are going to get started. So meet me back right here in just a quick second. All right, so what we're going to start with here is I'm going to get you guys turned down here, and I'm going to go ahead and go in with 2 cups of sugar. There's 2 cups of sugar, and now we're going to go in with sweetened condensed milk. Now, some sweetened condensed milk, you may have opened like 2 cans and one have a lighter color than other. It's okay as long as it's in date. Sometimes, as you know, a can sits on the shelf for a while, it can turn darker, but as long as it's in date, you're okay. And sometimes the heating process in the creating of the may have been a little hotter than others, and so it's okay. As long as it's in date, you're good. And we're going to use some evaporated milk. And as long as the can is not distorted. You don't want to use I don't ever buy bent cans at the grocery store. Bryant thinks I'm so particular there, but I don't. I just don't buy a can that has been bent, or because it may have a small hole that you don't see, or it can disturb some things. So I just stay away from bent cans. But as long as your can is not bent and it's in date, I think you're plenty safe to use it. Now we're going to use an immersion blender. This is one of my utensils I don't use very often, but I need to use it. So I just want to be sure I know which. I don't use it hardly at all, so I had to check which button was which. So you want to get it down in there before you turn it on. And just slowly start. And you could have sifted this to begin with to mix it up a little bit. So I'm going to get this all blended up and I'll meet you back right here. When using your immersion blender, you kind of want to start shallow. Don't bring it up or you're going to splatter it everywhere. But start shallow and mix and then slowly add in down at the bottom. Now what I like to do here, just because you know you can't really feel what's going on, I like to give it a stir. Make sure there's no big dollop of sugar anywhere, and that feels wonderful. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our ice cream freezer and we're gonna go ahead and pour this in. Now we're gonna mix up our next mixture. Set that aside and we're gonna start on our next mixture. So this step you can actually just do right in here if you want to, but since I am so not comfortable using an immersion blender, I'm actually gonna blend it in here just so I can feel and make sure that I'm getting everything blended. So that was another can of evaporated milk. I'm gonna add in this half a cup of peanut butter. Now listen, if you know maple nut candies, they sometimes have a texture to them. So I'm wondering if you could use a chunky, you know, or add some peanuts in this. I'm just wondering, could you? I don't know. I think it might be okay. And you would have that little crunchy texture, but we're going with as the description is written. So we're going in here. Now we're going to add in the maple flavoring. Calls for a tablespoon. I have my tablespoon right here. Yes, that's maple. Oh no, I spilt a little. That may or may not have been intentional. I would say pretty much it's been intentional. All right. So I'm actually gonna, in order to clean my spatula, we're gonna stir this a little bit with my spatula. Just to get that peanut butter off a little bit. Maybe, maybe not. Okay. So here we go in with our immersion blender again. Remember, you wanna kind of hold it not down on the bottom to begin with. But you want to definitely have it immersed. You want to have it under the liquid or you're going to have a bath in maple peanut butter goodness. But I could think of worse things to have a bath in, but I'm not sure you want to go around smelling like maple and peanut butter all day. Although it would be delicious for me to smell like maple. You know, I could use that as perfume. All right, so we're gonna go right in here with this. All right, so here's where my problem comes in. My friend says to add a little bit of milk. And so I texted her and I said, well, exactly how much milk do I need to add? And she says, well, I just add enough milk to get it to the fill line. So I have looked my canister over all morning. Like I've looked it inside, I have looked on the outside, and I don't see no fill line. So we're just gonna feel with our heart. That's good. I'm not going any more than that just because I don't know. So I'm going in here. She does everything in her ice cream freezer, and that's great. But just like I said, since I don't use this very often, I just wanted to see it in the batter bowl. And so that's why I use the batter bowl. But now I'm just going to mix this up. And look, when I sat my tablespoon down, a little bit collected in the bottom. So let's not lose that drop of maple goodness. All right. I'm stopping there. Gonna set that down. Also, my saucer that held my immersion blender has a little bit of goodness on it. So I don't want to miss that either. All right. I think that's good. So we're going to stick our paddle down in there. Going to grab my lid. Now, I'm assuming everybody knows how to work there, and everybody's is different. Some of yours requires ice. Some of it does not. Some of you have the electric kind. Oh, that's my next. If I love making ice cream, continue to love making ice cream, I'm going to get the electric kind. So this is so loud. I'm not going to go over using your ice cream maker. You can read the instructions on that because like I said, everybody's is different. So I'm going to get this going. I'm going to get the ice in it, get the salt in it, and get it going. And I'll bring you back when it's time to do a taste test. But hey, I'll come back. I'll meet you, since it's really loud, I'll meet you out on the front porch and I'll tell you my little story about maple nut goodies. It's not a story. It's just how I remember getting maple nut goodies, which this ice cream is called a maple nut goodie. So I'll meet you out on the front porch. Okay, so the camera's a little crooked, but it don't matter. So I thought we'd come out here while the ice cream is just a churning and we would talk about a few things. I wanted to tell you a memory I have of maple nut goodies, since this ice cream is called maple nut goodies ice cream. Any of you know about Sears? Do y'all remember Sears back in the day? Sears is a very special place to me. One, because that's where Bryant and I met. We both worked at Sears. So, you know, the old saying was you can buy just about anything at Sears, or you can find what you're looking for at Sears, and you can find a husband. Back in the day, you could anyway. So, Bryant and I met at Sears. So it's a very special place to me. Not to mention, I worked at Sears. I started as a regular part-time sales associate, moved up to full-time, moved up to a coordinator, and eventually a manager. And so it was a place that built a lot of confidence in me as well. I'm not necessarily leadership material, as far as I'm just not good with dealing with conflict and stuff. So it was a very good experience for me working at Sears. But let's go back even further to when I was a child. And if you're in this North Carolina area, you may remember Sears at Friendly Shopping Center in Greensboro. Well, that is where my mama would take me as a little girl to sit on Santa's lap and everything. But if you went in on the main floor, the bottom floor, and you walked in and you turned to the left, you would walk kind of, I don't even know what the section was back then. But then they had in the center of the aisle, there was this almost concession-like area. You could get the hot peanuts, the hot cashews. You could get chocolate candies. You could get the ices. That's what I remember as a child going and loving to get, was the ices. The cherry ices. I always got the Coke icy. Although now that I'm an adult, if I get an icy, I'm getting the cherry icy. But that was this little area. And in that area, they also, one of their candies was maple nut goodies. And my mama loved maple nut goodies. And I, you know, of course, I was into the icy and I wanted the chocolates, and I loved the salted cashews and peanuts and the mixed nuts and all that stuff. I don't remember as a child getting the maple nut goodies, but I remember the first time I finally said, okay, I'll try one. And like, I thought that was like old people's food. But I'll never forget the first time I tried it. I was like, that is so good. And y'all, I don't think they make maple nut goodies anymore. I cannot find them anywhere. Like they were kind of oval shaped, and they were about the size, maybe a little smaller than a quarter. they were kind of oval shaped, and you could tell they had been a drop candy because they kind of had the flat bottom. It was just, I don't know. Can you guys find the maple nut goodies? I miss the maple nut goodies. And y'all know I love anything maple. Oh, he scared me to death. So, I love the maple nut goodies. But, so let me tell you what we're doing today. Today is the 4th of July, like I said, and we are going to, this evening, we're going to a Sunday school gathering. We've been invited to from the church, so we're going there, and we're excited to go there. I can't wait. But before that, you may or may not know, our family has started a nursery. It is eventually going to be Caroline and Isaac's venture, but we have found a place. We found a place yesterday to buy some further along plants and shrubs that we have just so far been dealing with plant plugs and small plants, and so we needed to add to our inventory some shrubbery, some trees, some things like that. And so we found a place yesterday. We went and loaded up the back of Bryant's truck, and we're going back today. So you'll probably see some of that on the weekend wrap up video. You'll see some of that, but we are excited. Tomorrow we are going to do our family, since we're not doing anything as a family for the 4th of July, we're going to, other than go get these shrubs, we're going to do a cookout sort of, but it's going to be a low country boil, and that will probably be Monday's video. So we are super excited. Caroline's going to host it at her house. I think Bryant will fix it because he's kind of the guru of the low country boils around here, and much like he is the hibachi food, he's going to be doing the low country boil. And so yeah, so we got some great videos coming up. I've got some other great videos coming up for next week. This week I've done so good. We did the biscuit video, we did the shrimp, and we're doing the ice cream. So I'm super proud of this week's videos. So anyway, all right, let's go check on the ice cream and get ready for the taste test as soon as it's done. Well, everyone, the motor is just so very slowly still going. I'm fixing to cut it off, and we're gonna bring it over here and taste this ice cream. I need to get a spoon ready. I've already have a pan to put it in because nobody's here to try it with me. So I have to get this in the freezer so we can try it with Bryant when he gets home. There, it just stopped completely. It was slow going there for a minute. So let me unplug it. Now, when you take it out of the freezer, you want to be super careful because you've added salt to that ice. So that's salt water. You want to be sure that lid stays on there so you don't get any of that salt down in your good ice cream. So I actually wrap a towel kind of as an insulator. So I'm going to bring that towel over here and set it on. I just do that. I don't know why I do that, because my mama did it. My mom and daddy did it. I think it acts as an insulation to keep it cold in there. So be super careful when you take your motor out. I take my hand and kind of wipe off all of the ice off the top. All right, so let's slowly get this out of here, being ever so careful. Woo, it's cold. All right, look at that. Look at that. Y'all, I can't wait. We're gonna taste it before I start dipping it out. Here it goes. Oh my word. That is a maple nut goodie in ice cream form. It's just me and Bryant gonna be eating it, so I'm going back in. Oh. Y'all, I can't wait for him to get here. I cannot wait for him to get here. See, it's got both of our favorite flavors in here. The maple for me, the peanut butter for him. That is some good stuff right there. Oh my goodness. He just called. He's not close to being home. There might be some left for him when he gets here. Y'all, I can't quit. I'm gonna have a brain freeze. That is so good. Okay. Let me stop. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, good gracious, y'all. If y'all have never, ever tried this one, and if you remember the Maple Nut Goody candies, it's like eating a Maple Nut Goody candy. And I really think if you put some peanuts in there, it would be really good. Like it would give it a little crunchy texture. Or if you used the crunchy peanut butter, like I said. Oh my. I think somebody's coming in. Caroline's here. Caroline's here. She can try it for you guys. I'm not sure. I'm not sure she is a big a fan as maple as I am. But oh my goodness. This is good. Get you a spoon, girl. Get you a spoon. You got to try this. I'm going to save this and, oh, I don't have anywhere to lay it. We're going to, I can't save it. All right, here. We got to get your reaction. Here, you can dip in here if you want to.
That's good.
Isn't that good?
That tastes like them candies
Maple,
from Cracker Barrel.
The Maple Nut Goody candies, yes. Here, you want a scoop for me? See, I told y'all it was good. I didn't even know if she would like maple as good as I do.
You remember the maple cotton candy we'd get at the fair?
Oh, yes. That was, we go to the state fair or the Dixie Classic Fair, which is now, they've changed the name of it. But they had maple cotton candy and I got it every time. Until the year of COVID, I don't think they came that year. And
I don't think we went that year. Did we?
I don't know. It's really cold in my hand. I'm going to have to set it down. Woo!
That is good.
That is so good. I got to get some more.
Did you just put syrup in it?
No, maple flavoring and peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's the key.
No, girl, it's the maple.
No, but I meant like...
That makes it taste like the maple nut.
The candies, yeah.
Oh, y'all. I can't wait.
You'd even put some nuts in it and it would be really good.
I just said that a while ago. See? Come here. We are mother-daughter in more ways than one.
I didn't realize my
Not only do we look alike, we sound alike, and obviously, we think alike. All right, I'm going to get this in the freezer so Bryant can taste it when he gets here. He's going to love this. Rhonda.
I was recording that. I fixed my hair a little bit better.
She said she'd have fixed up if she knew I was recording. Rhonda, thank you for giving me this. It is amazing. So good. And I can't wait to show y'all what Bryant thinks. So as soon as he gets here, we'll turn the camera back on and let him taste it and tell you what he thinks. All right, he's here.
I'm here.
I can't wait for you to try this.
All right, what kind is it?
Just try it.
All right, here we go. Looks good. Peanut butter.
Maple peanut butter. Maple Nut Goody.
Oh, delicious. Oh, wow.
It's so good.
Creamy.
And that doesn't have any heavy cream.
It doesn't?
No.
Wow.
Had evaporated milk, sweetened condensed milk, and milk.
And
whole milk.
That is creamy. The flavors meld so good together. Did Caroline try it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She'll love this because she loves the maple candy.
That is so good.
That is a July 4th.
Winter chicken dinner. Oh, look, he's taking. I was trying to put the lid on. He took it back off. Gotta do it. It's delicious. Rhonda, thank you so very much for sending me this. I appreciate it so very much. This is definitely, I told you they just keep getting better and better. Each one I make, they just keep getting better and better. I don't think this one can be topped. Y'all gotta make it. So, all right, thank you guys so much for joining us. Remember, the grease is hot enough. You can fry anything, or if the freezer is cold enough, you can freeze anything. Bye, y'all.